How many deals do you lose every single year for poor follow-up? We see it all the time. Realtors, the only lead source is like, they're in their email. I got all my leads in my email inbox. I got text messages flying at me off my sign and whatever, and it's all over the place. And there's tens of thousands of dollars a year that just get lost in the shuffle. So how do you solve that problem? Why have a CRM to help get you organized?
Well, one thing that we see more often is that more agents are just doing new and now business, and they forget to take care of their clients, people that they've already built a relationship with. And that's why we talk about effective uses, or at least have and use a CRM, which is a client relationship management software. I jotted down kind of 5 key points, and then we can go into some more detail on some of the competitors out there and even deeper level on that. Efficient data management, some organization of who's in your system. You can have all of their contact details, effective notes, birthdays, anniversaries, transaction management, and all that can be added into there. An added streamline of communication, right? So it's all of your communication in that one place. The right CRM will connect to your email and will keep conversations with a client over time. It's great. Time management. Again, you're not looking all over the place for somebody's information. You have everything you need in one place. Improved team collaboration. So when you're working with a team, your assistant can have access to whatever you need. Your team members, so buyers agents or other sales members,
Even if it's referring out to a third-party agent or something.
yeah, makes it way easy to have, like, hey, where are you at with this client? What step in the process are you? For someone to take care of your business or cover you while you're away, those types of things. When you get to, and you'll talk about the different types of CRMs, but when you get to one that's doing lead generation and nurturing, automations can be amazing, and just the ability to funnel your leads into a place where you can communicate with them, sometimes while you're just asleep as well.
Yeah, definitely. Everybody loves that. And it's a hot topic these days, very passive income, and like, how do you automate things? And especially with AI, there's so much that already exists that people aren't using. And so the one that I think jumps out to me is, I used to, when I had our team and my database was my business, right? I mean, Richard Robbins and others talk about, like, what I call as a qualified contact is name, phone number, email address, snail mail address, and most importantly, permission to communicate. That is a qualified contact, but that contact is worth, they say, upwards of $2,500. Just having a homeowner or a potential homeowner that's in your database with that permission to communicate and those contact details is worth that in future income. Right?
Recently, not 2,500, 110,000
Is per. Yeah, that seems worthy when you add in referral potential and all this, when they quantify it out.
And when you're clear on who is your database, when we're talking about past clients and your sphere of influence, you should be getting a 10 to 20% return on the amount of people that are in your database.
Totally.
That makes your business more proprietary, a sellable business in the future.
Totally. It's like every business. Like, doesn't matter if you're a retail store, a financial institution, insurance company, is your book of business is your client list. Like, that is the valuable part. And so what I think is a funny anecdote is that I used to have my family contact me to ask for people's like mailing addresses and stuff, because they knew I had all that information because I had it all on my CRM.
Yeah.
And I liked the time management piece. We actually had an agent in the office who worked with our agent support department, showed up with 3, and no, you're not alone, realtors, 3 sources of information. He had literally a cell phone, just normal. He had a file box that was just full of all these papers that had different pieces of client information. Yeah. And then he had a giant Excel sheet that was sort of some information and packed together. So he just chipped away, set a monthly budget, had the assistant department organize all of that now into a digital database of all of them. It was all of the a certain type of business owner. Mm-hmm. He has a proprietary database. That business, he is the only one in Edmonton that has the most extensive, robust database of that business type, primary commercial agent. He's able to now sell that. What if you databased everybody in the neighborhood, everybody in condo projects, like everybody who's looking to buy, this type of property, investment property, whatever. Now you have your own ability to mass communicate to them, like you were talking about, efficiently. Yeah. When opportunities show up, you can now send out those opportunities. how we used to run project marketing, and that was a core of my team, we would sell out half of the project before it hit MLF.
Right.
To our past clients and other realtors who had brought clients on previous projects, because we had all of them databased and organized. And then that attracted sellers to us because the results proved it, but they knew I had the database. No other realtor in the market had the database. So when I'm pitching, I'm the one saying I will sell half of these before we even hit the public market.
Right.
And then by the time it hits public market, the sign says 50% sold, or 60 or 70 sometimes, like last units remaining by the time it hits the public market. So whole separate topic that was in the past. We got coming soon, legislation changing next year, but there's opportunities in there to reverse prospect, to draw up listings. And you talked about nurturing. So a lot of people don't even know that concept. You know, good salespeople, they maintain the relationship, right? Like I'm my client's relationship. Sure. But how do you automate that? How do you lead nurture or client nurture?
Yeah. So when we're talking about nurturing, mostly it's like you're planting a seed, you're watering it, you're giving it sun. It's staying top of mind, providing value, being a resource over time, so that when that time comes that they know somebody who's looking to make a move, or they're planning to make a move or have any questions, you are the go-to person. There's no other one that they would consider doing, right?
Totally.
And you would add?
And I think just some of and maybe it's a nice transition. So bottom line is have a CRM, get your database organized and in there, especially in the fall. It's a great activity to do to kind of like set up your next year. But there's some phenomenal ones out there. We've got a blog review below that we've kind of summarized all of the major real estate specific ones. You know, if you Google, there's a lot of conversation about different CRMs and which one's better. You know, Salesforce as an example, we don't recommend for real estate. It's more enterprise level. It's a great software and does some amazing things, but it's not good for realtors, individual, even a team's business. They all have pros and cons. So we tried to create a blog that would summarize some of those things. And RE/MAX agents, you now have one of the industry's best CRMs available to all RE/MAX agents as part of your affiliation with the brand and the tools that you get with MaxTech. So check that out below. And as always, let us know if you've got any questions or we can help.